Everyone stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here and like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we go live, tap the bell. We go live 30 minutes before market open, Monday through Friday. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you're here right now, say what up, say what's going on. Just trying to clean my glasses here. What's going on here? S&P's up 3, Dow's up 17, and NASDAQ up. Dow's down 18, and NASDAQ is up 32. 32. Get it popping here. Sorry, I'm just waking up a little bit here. But we're going to get it. We're going to get it. Man, Apple's pushing 129, 130 right now. Market is trying to push up right now. It's our boy CRM 226. What's going on, Jeff? HD, Faiz, Manchild, Sunscrave, Benito. How we doing this morning? So, happy Friday. Glad I sold all my PLTR calls midday yesterday. What's it doing, man? What's it doing? Oof. Yeah, it's a slippery slope. I mean, to be honest, this is still intact here, but yeah, the gap down doesn't help. What? So I sold a naked put yesterday in Virgin Galactic 22, and they're gapping down $2 due to them having an offering. So we'll see what happens, but I guess I picked the wrong time to enter here. So we'll see. I got time. I'm in January expiration. It's 28 days. It's still out of the money. So we'll see what's going on. Yo, Delvin, how you doing? Thoughts on Airbnb? So Airbnb, I am selling a credit put spread in there right now at the 130, 125 right now in January. I was thinking that on Airbnb, I didn't want to go long per se, but I do think it's going to try to hit like the 155, 160. Today it's gapping up to 152, so it's gapping up $5. It came up to 152 yesterday, came down, closed at 147. It's been having a crazy run once options became available. It's kind of interesting how that works out. Once options became available, this thing just started skyrocketing again. So I think that my target here is 155, 160. I'm going to take that credit put spread off and kind of see what happens with it. But that's what I'm targeting right now on Airbnb. Now, like for shares, I think that it's hard to say if Airbnb is priced, it's out of this world or not. Obviously, their IPO is up like 100% since their IPO. It's just crazy, but I think that they're positioned well for a strong 2021, so if you have shares, you can kind of hold on to that. Now, a couple things happening today. Today is quad witching day. Also, Tesla is going to enter the S&P 500. That's going to be the largest rebalancing in the history of the S&P 500. So the trading volume will be so heavy, some are concerned it could result in fireworks at the close. Now, I know that like what CNBC is doing here, obviously they're hyping. So just be mindful that everybody has their own agenda. Now, I'm not saying it can't happen, but just focus on the price action. But if I'm looking now, Tesla's already up $18 pre-market. It's just crazy. So just be mindful that today we have a couple things: quad witching, S&P 500 rebalancing, largest rebalancing in the history of the index. So I honestly don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I don't know. The sheer size of Tesla will have a significant impact on the S&P 500, which is weighted by the free float market capitalization of the company. What could go wrong? And then this, like, I don't want to read too much into this because, like, honestly, it's just a lot of speculation. So if I'm going to do speculation, I'm going to look at the share price. I'm going to look at the stock. And right now, I mean, it is ripping on Tesla. Tesla's up at all-time highs right now. If it opens up here. Artie, how you doing? So just be mindful today that the quarter closes for 2020. December Q4. Q4 is done. Options were already, futures were already rolled over to March, and this is when December's contracts expire. So it's going to be a little bit crazy. Plus, we have Tesla entering the S&P 500. So other things that you should be possibly concerned about or just be mindful about is that so far there's no stimulus deal. I mean, we've been talking about this all week, that there's no stimulus deal. If they announce, I feel like if they announce there's not going to be a stimulus deal, this is going to really hurt. It's going to hurt really bad. So we're still waiting on that. Maybe they'll come to a deal today. Maybe they won't. I don't know. But doesn't look like it. I mean, this is the same story. They're close to finalizing a $900 billion plan, which they've been close for a while. So just be mindful. They have not decided. So be mindful of your positions. Be mindful of where you are in the market, what kind of risk you have on. For me, like, I've been keeping my overnight risk rather tight with this situation developing. So I've been taking my profits at the end of the day. I've been just in the ones that I don't take my profits on. I obviously leave. I just, just be mindful that this happened. No Grant. Yo, Samir, how you doing? If you're just joining, say word up. If you guys could do me a favor, hit the like button. So, and then yesterday, Moderna, FDA, they got clearance. So let's see. I don't know what their stock. Last night it was falling. Is it down? It's down. It's down a little bit. It's only down a couple bucks, but mRNA might be a sell the news event. So just be very careful. PFE, Pfizer. It's starting to recover, but it means Pfizer dropped quite a bit too, from 43 all the way down to like 37. So just be mindful that the same situation could occur with Pfizer with mRNA. So the world might end. I feel like I disappointed my dad. Oh, I'm mindful. Well, if the world ends, I don't care how much money I have or lose. Right? I don't care. So that's kind of the situation. I'm still in what's Spy doing here? Hold on one second. Spy 371. I'm still in CRM. Now CRM has been moving up all week rather nicely. It looks like it's gapping up the 226 area. Hopefully it can hold this and push towards 230. That is what I'm looking for. Hopefully we can break out of this. That's what I like to see. I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. But of course, I mean, Lululemon had a big day after I closed my position. Lululemon closed my position, and Lululemon has skyrocketed yesterday. So, JCam, CW. What's happening? So Lululemon out of this park is starting to recover from where it was actually surpassed where it was pre-earnings, which is pretty amazing. So I'm in CRM right now. Snap. I'm also in Snapchat. I have a couple calls. I'm in the 50 calls for January expiration. These are down roughly about 7% at the close, just because Snap kind of just faded. But I feel like I think we're gonna retest 55 area. That's what I think. I think we're gonna try to push. My goal was to push this 54.70 area going 55. I think it's gonna try to do that today. If we can have some obviously positive momentum today, I'm gonna try to be closing my trades early so that way I can, I can get out, relax, do what I need to do. I have a cover call on Tesla. I don't want my shares called away. I've already rolled it to March 2022. One question though: if you're in the money and expiration is far out, will your shares get called? I mean, if you're in the money, if you're short a strike and you're in the money, there's always the possibility of getting called away. And then if you're deep in the money, I mean, you have a high probability. Now, since you rolled it out to March 2022, I mean, you can kind of keep rolling it that way and trying to dodge. But, eventually, if you're that deep in the money, the odds of Tesla coming back to that price, I mean, what you could do if you wanted to close out your position and if you wanted to just keep the shares, you could, and you have the credit and stuff, you can close out your entire position, make the money, and then rebuy the stock if you want to just have the stock, to kind of clean it up. That's probably what, I mean, you can do that. Otherwise, you're going to risk your calls go away. Or you could buy, if you want, you could buy more shares and then you just have the 100 shares for collateral. I mean, it's really up to you what you want to do. I mean, you kind of rolled it out. You kind of rolled it out pretty far where, March 2022. So you rolled it out to March 2022, and I mean that won't really serve much purpose because you're not going to capture any theta. I mean, sure, you'll make money. So I mean, if you want, I mean, close everything out if you want. But now you're not going to capture March 2022. You're not going to capture any theta for that. So I don't know how much you're down on that call spread. So I don't know. I think you probably should. I think not to give you advice here, but probably shouldn't have rolled it that far out and kind of let it play out. And then if they get called away, you do make the money. But you could buy more shares. You just buy the shares back. You know what I mean? So it's not like you're gonna lose. But now I don't know how much you're down on your call spread. So that's gonna be the tough situation. How much you're down on that cover call. Credit spreads have been helping me save my account. Yo, Michael, that's what's up. Thoughts on Nike? So Nike, they have earnings today, right? Yeah, Nike has they're supposed to have earnings after market close today. So, I mean, last earnings was really good, but I mean, are they going to have a repeat? I don't know. Is it going to be flat? I don't know. So it's a gamble up in here. It's a gamble. I mean, it could push high. It's set to play out that way, but the question is, will it? I don't know if is there any affordable options we could buy. Is there any affordable options? Yeah, I mean, I think that the thing is, I really like the way this chart is set up. I really like it. But the problem is that if they miss, I mean, it could come down here to the 130s. It could come down to 120 if it's bad. I mean, what's the expected move on this? Expected move for today is $5. $9 for next week. So they're not expecting it to go up, crazy. But you might be able to get away with, going further out, buying a debit call spread if you want to play it. Kind of see what happens. So I don't know. I'm gonna play around with it. Maybe it might do a debit call spread on it or something like that. I mean, implied volatility is it's okay. It's not that high, but Nike doesn't seem to ever run that high implied volatility. This is probably a little bit high for it. I think it runs a little bit lower than that, but maybe I'll go do something in like June or July expiration, get a little debit spread, try to pick up some deltas, you know. Like it shows 18K. Yeah, so I mean, like what I would do if you just want to get rid of it, like just get rid of the whole thing if you're profitable. Repurchase shares clean, you know? Or if you don't care about the loss, just buy back the covered call, but it's probably going to cost you a bag right now. I would imagine with this run this last week on Tesla. So AMD, I've been trading, but it's kind of stalled out here around 97. So I've been kind of waiting to see what it wants to do. As you can see yesterday, the day before that, really stalled out around 97. Even right now, it's gapping up to the 97 area. So it hasn't wanted to break this. I mean, it does look like it will. But the question is it going to do it or not? Or is it going to get rejected? Like every time over the last 3 days, it looked like it was going to. It didn't. Today definitely could be the day. Definitely could be the day. I'm selling a 450 cover call on MVIS and expires this week. So can I close it and sell higher strike for a later date? Absolutely. Yeah, you can close your position and re-enter. That's the same as JCAM. That's the same as rolling. So people get confused. Like rolling a position basically is closing that position and then re-entering a new position at a later expiration. So yeah, you can close it out and then re-enter. I mean, if you don't want to be assigned, otherwise, if you want to be assigned, then you'd be short the stock, but then you have to be short 100 shares of that. So I don't know if that's something you want to do. And then you're gonna have to fight your way back. Might be better just to roll it out. Yo, Daniel Ring, what's going on? What is going on? So yeah, today, I mean, actually, I thought today was gonna kind of open red, but it's kind of interesting that they're pushing this a little bit green right now. I mean, it is. SPY is at 371, closed at. I'm not looking at. Am I looking at this right? What's going on? It says SPY closed at 370.66 and it's at 370, but why does it look? Wait a second. I don't understand. Oh, is it do the rebalancing? I think it's due. Is it? Did they pay a dividend? I don't know. Doesn't say. We'll see. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, we're riding on hopes and dreams right now, Grant. But I mean, like, if you've ever traded December, this is kind of typical for December, where we have very low volatility, a slow grind up. So okay, so yeah, then div is what is impacting this. People are like, it's gapping down. Okay, yeah, makes sense. I mean, today is quad witching, so things are going to be a little bit funky. Plus, we have the rebalancing. I mean, so we're gonna have a good time. All right, what stocks you guys want to look at here? We're about 9 minutes into open. What stocks you guys want to look at? Coming up on here. Next week, obviously, is going to be Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Yeah, space. Yeah, I sold. I don't know if you were here, CW, on Virgin Galactic. I sold a naked put on here at the 22 strike. So thankfully, it's pivoted from there. But I don't know if it's gonna flush. But they have a Virgin Galactic got a offering. So Walmart. All right, so Walmart. I mean, I think it's poised to take off. The only thing is, like, the question is, how long is it going to take? You know what I mean? It's just right under the 50-day, or it might be opening right above the 50-day moving, the 50-day moving average right now. So how long is it going to take to get there? I mean, like, what I would do, and maybe I will, I don't know. I mean, me and Walmart aren't the best of friends. Like, I don't, but You know, you can start building a position just with Walmart. Just understand that you have to be very, very patient. Hope Tesla doesn't hit 700. I have a 700, 720 credit spread expiring day. Oh, Brian. Yeah, you got to be careful. I mean, I don't know. Today is gonna be a wild day for Tesla. I mean, I think it's gonna be a kind of crazy day. I mean, we have kind of a crazy day in general. Everything going on. You know, it's Friday. Friday before the this is the last full week. Next week, we're down to 2.5 days or so. Market's closing early on Christmas Eve, Christmas days, so we're closed next Friday. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, CW. I was wondering the same. I don't know. It was December 11th and it was December 18th, and then I don't know. I'm not really sure. So what I'm going to try to do is try to close out whatever I can. But yeah, this PDD, it's opening at 150. Well, we'll see if it opens at 150, but right now it looks like it's only opening around 150. I mean, I definitely think with that open could push 158 area, 160. But, always look at what the price action is telling you. Just because it looks like it's going to happen doesn't mean it's going to happen. You'll chill just what's going on. Happy Friday. If you're just joining, say what up. If you guys are ready to make some money, drop an emoji in the chat and see what we do. I'm holding like 2K in stocks in Walmart. And then, yeah, I mean, you got some exposure. Yeah, let's look at LAZR. Now, I wanted to short some puts. I mean, I've been making some pretty good money shorting naked puts in this stock, but I didn't want to do it through earnings because I didn't know what to really expect. Saying it's December 18th, but I don't know. Let me see Tastyworks. Okay, Tastyworks also is confirming December 18th, so it looks like that is the case. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I sold one naked put for $490, bought it back at $360. Sold another one for $660, bought it back for $440. So I kind of like that plan in LAZR, but I don't want to hold through earnings because definitely could screw you. I don't actually know what this stock is supposed to be doing right now. Like, this was parabolic. I captured this move ever since I sold off. It really hasn't. I really haven't entered because of earnings, and I wasn't sure. I mean, last time I was in a position here was December 8th. I sold this at 8:31, December 8th, right at market open, or I bought it back. And then got some geese outside my window here flying over. And then, so yeah, I flipped these from December 4th through December 8th. I flipped these contracts, but when was December 8th? December 8th was this big spike. Yeah, this December 8th was this big spike, and I got out. I haven't entered since it cratered. I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be American. I'm in America. You would think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, do Canada geese live in America too, or just Canada? And do American geese live in Canada, or just, I don't know. I would imagine there'd be some sort of crossbreeding at some point. You get some hybrids ones like Canada American or American Canadian. It's like. So I don't really know. I don't have a clue, but something was just flying over. All right, what other stocks you guys want to look at? Apple. Tesla will take 1% of SPY. Apple is 6%. They'll have to sell some Apple. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be... Thankfully, I don't have an Apple position right now. I do like where Apple is. I got out of Apple the other day when we cracked, what was it, like 124. I got out. And then it faded, and then we had this major rip up to the upside from like the 121 area to 128, which is huge. Probably should have re-entered on this dip, but I don't know. Disney, those immigrant geese. Trump would like a word with them. Disney. So Disney actually has been showing. I was thinking that Disney is going to fade, but this thing is holding strong. Like they're holding. I thought it was going to fade, so I haven't been trading it because I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen. I think maybe it might fade, but it's not. It's holding 170. I mean, it's dipped below 170 a few times. It got bought up every single time. Now, will it withstand a strong selling day? Maybe not. But as of right now, I mean, Disney is holding strong, but it's kind of dead, Like there is some intraday action, but it's very slow right now. I mean, a couple days ago was nice when it dropped from 167 to 174. This was a nice rip, but I don't know. I mean, Disney is, I think, a stock that you have to be very, 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 very patient with, and it will reward you. But Disney, if you look at the 5-year, 6-year chart, I mean, if we look at over the last 5 years on Disney, I mean, really, it didn't start breaking out till 2019, and then the pandemic screwed it, and then it's back up, right, to all-time highs. But if you look over the last, previous to that, 1, 2, 3, relatively flat stock, even though, like, in these years, like 2016, 2017, 2018, we had a massive bull run. This stock was not rewarded. Disney was not budging. But, I mean, there's a lot of excitement right now around Disney Plus. However, Disneyland California is still shut down indefinitely right now. I mean, it's just they laid off how many, like 32,000 people, and I mean, it's good for the company that they laid those people off from a line item standpoint, that they're not going to have to pay for all those people. Capital preservation, not going to cost Disney as much money. I mean, it's bad for those people, but if you're thinking about the business, it has to be done. Oh, also, I wanted to bring up Penn was upgraded as well. Penn was upgraded by, I think, Goldman Sachs last night, and it's gapping up to 92.50 area. All right, here we are. We're open right now. See what happens. CRM is at 226, pushing 227. That's nice. Airbnb is pushing 152. It'll be nice if they crush those puts in there. Up a little bit. I'm up a little bit on Airbnb right now. Up a little bit on CRM. I'm going to see what happens to Snapchat here. They didn't open options yet for Snap for some reason. Neo. I don't know if you guys were trading Neo. Neo had a crazy run. So I made a little bit on this day trade yesterday. I didn't capture the second leg up. I captured from 44 to like 44.80 area. But then they had another leg up. I don't know if anybody caught that. That was crazy. I can actually close this out here. This alert. But this was crazy. Now it's ripping more to the upside. Oh, they're selling Apple. Why aren't Snap options open? I don't know. They didn't open. As you can see here, look. There's no Snap options here. Have not changed in price since yesterday. But we're making a little bit on the day, kind of see what happens out. I'm only down $13 on Space Virgin Galactic. Yo, Neo is ripping. Yeah, Airbnb's up 6.5 now. I mean, it's crazy. Neo's ripping to the upside. We also have Snap. Let's see what Snap pricing doesn't seem right, like the option pricing. Snap is pushing. Yeah, AMD. Yeah, that Freaking 90, like 97, man. Like, it doesn't want to do it. Like, why doesn't it not want to do it? Why does it not want to do it? AMD just dies. Apple's dying. Apple's red. It's like one of the only tech stocks. Amazon's up. Amazon's up 9 points. Interesting. Is CRM selling off too? Are they selling these stocks off? Yeah, look at that. CRM, they're selling off too. LAZR's up. Yeah, it's up to 25. They're selling CRM. I thought we had something CRM today. And we'll see what happens. I mean, it could definitely bounce back. We're only 3 minutes. Relax. Yeah, I don't know. Like, on this pre-earnings, definitely pretty tricky because, like, it shook out a lot of people here. You know, a lot of people were like, "Oh, to the moon." Like, listen, if the stock goes up to 47 from literally down here, it went to the moon. It went to the moon. So to be grateful. That's why I took money off, because I'm like, I don't know how, like, this is not sustainable. This looks like a penny stock pump and dump. You know, it's not sustainable. Here we are. 25. Which, I mean, is actually pretty impressive still. I mean, it could bounce more. I mean, I think friendship ended with CRM. CRM is always it's just been a kind of a tough trade in general, you know. Yeah, so today for me, like, on the day, I'm up a little, but it's not great. I'm up like $60 on the day, so it's not great. Not great. Man, Apple, they really flushed that, huh? S&Ps are red right now. Dow's red. NASDAQ is clinging on right now. Yeah, let's see Tesla. Tesla's pushing 680. Hit 681. Some crazy price action. I'm just gonna take it slow today. Like, we don't need all of this. Just take it easy. But it doesn't look particularly strong right now. SPY coming down 370 area. Q's coming down 311. You know, having a pretty decent selling right now. Let's see, what was Penn? Penn still pushing. Penn pushed 94. So I sold the rip yesterday at close at like 91.80. So I didn't want to hold overnight, because I'm like, how long can Penn keep this up for? And apparently Penn can keep this up for, but it's getting pretty detached from the 10-day. It's gonna pull back. I don't know when though. But I mean, you kind of have to know when you're playing with fire. Nike does not want to go above 140.50 and stay there. Yeah. Oof, Nike. Yeah, today should be fun. Today should be fun. Don't lose your money today. You know, maybe it's best to sit out. You know what I mean? Tom is probably selling naked Tesla calls this week. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know why. Like, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not going to say it. I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Ooh, Amazon turned red. I mean, still pretty high, still looking pretty good, but whew. Is AMD gonna bounce here? Is AMD gonna bounce here? No. Nope. I don't know if anybody's trading Roku, but I don't know. This thing is wild. You know, it'll consolidate. Had a major gap up yesterday on Roku, and then fell all the way down from 352 down to 330. Now it's trying to make a push up. Like, this thing is I don't know. It's a little too wild. I mean, it's right on the 10-day nicely, but whew, it's really broke out from 225. I mean, I just can't comprehend it. I can't comprehend it. Why is it up that much? Yeah, I mean, anybody short Tesla right now, man, is Michael Burry. But Michael Burry has the money to hold for as long as he wants. You know, he can hold to the end of his life and pay the margin and never have to worry about it. Now, I don't know what his actual position is. Do you know how many shares he's short and at what price? Anybody know? I don't know. I can try to look it up here. Michael Burry short Tesla price. I don't know. Does it say what price he's short at? Doesn't say. Doesn't say. I don't know. FedEx trying to take my profits. Yo, FedEx, I'm glad I sold that off. Like, I'm glad I got out of FedEx because that thing got hammered. I sold right before it closed out. My goal for FedEx, I had a debit call spread. My goal was to trade the run up, but the run up just didn't really happen. I got in a little bit too early. I got in like right here, like 290 area. And then by the time I got here, I was only up like $2, but I took it because right now this would have been down like $300 on that trade. If I held on to that trade, it would have been down around 300 or so. So, you know, not good. Airbnb is just ripping. Like I said, on Airbnb, target area is the 155, 160 area. So 150, we're in the zone right now. However, my put spread, I need implied volatility to die down a little bit because implied volatility is still relatively high. So my put spread is only up like $20 right now. But I mean, it's 10%. Can't hate on that. So it's up 18%. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I think the puts will get crushed, but right now it's moving up really fast, so it's kind of inflating pricing on both sides right now. So you know how they do. Amazon's down 10. You see here. Space. I'm back to break even on this naked put. I mean, this thing bounced back pretty hard now. I don't know if it's going to stick or not. We'll kind of see how it goes. Candor working great. Just want a little bit more theta. But yeah, Airbnb. Whew. What's DoorDash doing? It's holding. So Citron came out against DoorDash yesterday, and that's why the price dropped so much. But looks like it may maybe pivot here. Maybe pivot the lower 150s. But I mean, it's been steadily grinding lower. You know, wouldn't be surprised if this hits around 100. But I mean, DoorDash not as exciting of a company as Airbnb. Feel not as much demand for their shares. Looks like we may be selling here. SPY gonna turn around here? Probably not. I think Snap is selling off. Yeah, push 54. It pushed 54. Now it's coming back down below opening price. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But looks like the market wants to be a little bit mixed today. Volatility. VIX is up 80 cents, up 4%. I mean, this thing is going straight up right now. VXX also going straight up. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to sign off here, guys. You guys have a great Friday. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.